Hey guys, OreGear here. We're here at SHOT Show 2017. I'm here with Ryan from OreGear and Tom from American Defense Manufacturing.
Hello everybody.
So if you guys don't know American Defense Manufacturing, how did you guys get started and what's your bread and butter?
Well, our bread and butter for the company is going to be our machine shop, and our primary products are going to be the quick detach optic mounts, laser mounts, and light mounts. Okay, we offer these in many different configurations. You get them for mounting small red dots, lasers, flashlights, all the way up to regular magnified optics, similar to this one here, or even larger for a bolt action or a longer range rifle. One of the key points for our quick detach mounting system is going to be the throw levers. They're going to come in two different styles. You can have the standard lever, where it's going to be a straight compact lever going across, or we have the tactical lever. It's going to have an additional paddle so you can get a little bit more grip on it if you're wearing gloves. The QD attachment on here is going to be kind of unique in the way that there's no way that the adjustment on it can come loose. Unlike normal bolt-on types, so you have to worry about Loctite and vibration loosening them over time. Once this adjustment system is set and locked in place, it cannot loosen up at all. It has a safety catch on it where it will not loosen until you open it up. We also have a toolless adjustment system that allows you to move this mounting system from one rail to another rail without needing any tools to adjust for a different size rail. All you have to do when it's opened up, you push it through, and then you can finger adjust the tension nut on it, and then once you release it, it sucks back down inside the machined area where it cannot vibrate loose at all. Also with these scope mounts, once you purchase one, say you purchase one of our mounts, and at that time you're going to put a 1-inch tube optic inside of it. At a later date, if you upgrade your optic and go up to a 30 or 34 millimeter tube, instead of having to buy an entire new mount, the rings that attach to this are interchangeable, so you can just order a new set of rings from us. It's not an internal sleeve or shim type system, it's a complete new ring that will maintain the original quick detach base system that you purchased.
So one of the things that really drew me to the ADM mounts is that I was taking a sniper class and we had these bolt guns with, I'm not going to say who, but another mount on there, and every once in a while I'd be crawling up to position and I'd shoot, and my shooting partner would be like, "You just hit like 8 inches to the left," and I'm, what? That's insane. I can't have messed up that badly. It was only like 250-yard shot, and I looked down and the mount was flipped open, but it must have been caught on gear or brush or something. I was so annoyed with it, and it happened maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the class. Well, in real life, could be, you know, that could spell your death or the death of an innocent person. So one of the things that really drew me to ADM mounts is the locking levers in here. So you're not going to accidentally pull this lever open. It's pretty much impossible.
And I can say with my experience with them, I have one on red dot that's been kind of transferring from rifle to rifle to rifle. I've had it for probably 2.5 years now. I've never once had to worry about it coming loose. It's stayed in place, and like you were saying, you don't have to worry about that bolt coming loose and adjusting the tension. And I can also say, at least with my experience, if I've taken it off and put it back on, it, as near as makes no difference, returns right back to 0. I don't know if that's something you guys want to necessarily advertise, because again, it can vary from gun to gun. As long as, in my case, as long as I put it back in the same rail slot, it's, you know, like I said, dead nuts on.
Yeah, I've had the same experience with the quick detach. I utilize them on my work rifles as well as the competition rifles I use, and some hunting ones for personal use. I got a lot of questions about, you know, the repeatability of 0 for taking the optic on and off. It's personally not something I do. I'm going to re-zero the rifle after I move it back and forth just for confirmation. But after getting so many questions about it, I did take it out to the range and tested it. I went through 20 rounds with my sniper rifle, taking the mount and the scope completely off the rifle, installing it again after a shot, and at the end of it, the group size was basically the same as it was if the optic stayed on the whole time. So I can say from my personal experience as well that the maintaining of 0 is there with the mount. One key point, if you are going to be taking it off and remounting it down there, make sure you push the mount all the way forward in the rail slot. That's the direction if it would shift with recoil, it would shift its front. So long as before you lock the locking levers down, you slide it to the front of the mount slot and lock it down, you're good to go.
Awesome.
But you guys don't just do mounts, right? You guys also have some other stuff coming out with Glocks and
yes.
AR style platforms?
Yep, we have 3 different AR style platforms.
And you guys actually do bulk carrier groups, you have your own charging handles, is that true?
No. We do the in-house machining of the receiver sets, you know, the billet upper and lower receiver, the handguards, the barrel nuts, the extension tubes, all that stuff is made in-house. The charging handle that we use is going to be an Ambidextrous VCM model.
Ooh, good choice.
It's like why reinvent the wheel? I mean, there's a product out there that works good. We're going to use it.
Okay.
And the barrels that we use are going to be a Criterion barrel. Again, we're not going to try and perfect something that somebody else already has worked out.
I can say one thing I like about the lowers that they make, the ones that I've played with so far. There's a lot of ambidextrous features, like that bolt release on the right-hand side. That's really nice for us right-handed shooters. If you want to maintain that firing grip, you can do a lot without having to take your support hand off and mess around with a bunch of stuff. You can all do it within that reach of your firing hand.
Absolutely. I really like your 9mm lower.
Yes.
One of the things that I find is that 9mm magazines, generally speaking, have a release somewhere near the front of the mag or on the side, whether it's a Colt or some other magazine like that. So what you need is to have, basically your mag release should be up here to be able to release it, or somewhere towards the front. So what I see some companies do is build rocking levers, and sometimes there's things on the outside that I don't like. You know, I like things smooth and compact. The least amount of things that can go wrong are exterior on the gun. One of the things I like about the mag release on this is it's on the opposite. It's basically engaging the left side of the magazine rather than the right. So they're using they're using it as a strength rather than a bad thing by coming through the magazine and attaching coming through the rifle and attaching to the other side of the magazine. And that also allows them to have an ambidextrous mag release setup that's really fantastic. So whoever designed that, you know, it's got a 10-pound brain or something. They need to get a, you know, kiss or something like that, big sloppy kiss. So that's pretty fantastic. I really like that. Huge bolt release here on the side. That's fantastic. Glock mags, of course, always work well, as well as Magpul mags. So awesome. Anything else about this rifle you guys want to point out?
One of the key features with all three of our rifle platforms is going to be incorporated in the 223, the large frame 308, and now the new pistol caliber 9mm carbine. It's going to be our ambidextrous controls on them. Everybody thinks as soon as you say ambidextrous, you're thinking left-handed only. You know, most of us aren't left-handed, so it doesn't give me any advantage. The ambidextrous controls on this rifle are going to give it a great advantage to both left-handed shooters and right-handed shooters. So we have the normal standard mil-spec mag release on this side, bolt catch, bolt release on this side as well. Obviously expanded pad on the top there. But what we've done is gone and engineered in a control lever on this side that you can manipulate, maintaining your normal right-handed firing grip. So if you want to lock the bolt to the rear, all you have to do is move the control lever up with the tip of your finger. The bolt will lock to the rear. When you do your out-of-battery reload or whatever administrative function you're going to be running, if you want to send the bolt forward, you don't have to switch hands or move anything around. Finger's already indexed there. Control lever is pushed down. The magazine is released. On the other side, we've incorporated the ambidextrous mag release. Again, the function of that is going to be exactly the same as it is on the strong side, utilizing the same grip, same finger position, and body mechanics to release the magazine so you don't have to learn a separate technique. One thing that's a little bit different on ours for the pistol caliber, obviously Glock magazines drop free, and we have a last round lock open feature engineered into it. A lot of the pistol caliber carbines are skipping that, so it's going to be the same order if you run out of ammunition or whatever. Magazine out, fresh one in, bolt forward, no change in system.
Fantastic.
And also, one comment that we've gotten a lot on this from the initial pictures that we released is on the magazine angle. How people think it doesn't look aesthetic or we did it wrong. That was done on purpose, like you said, through the engineering of it. By having the pistol magazine, unlike a rifle magazine, the rounds feed out of a pistol magazine at an angle going up. So if you're going to put the magazine straight in, as the round is trying to feed into the chamber, it has to change direction and make a pretty large jump to get from the magazine stability into the chamber where it's stabilized again. By angling the magazine forward, we're putting the tip of the round right at the entrance to the chamber, and it's a straight line in. It's increased our reliability.
Now we're going to talk about something I wanted to talk about, and that's the Glocks here. So can you tell us a little bit about the idea behind the Glocks you guys are doing?
Well, a lot of the idea behind the Glocks that we did is going to be focusing on functioning mechanics and some of the engineering behind it. We went through this not just trying to make something pretty that was going to be marketable to sell. We wanted to actually have an improvement in the performance of the gun, not just an improvement in aesthetics. Okay. So starting out, we go through the frame recontouring and stippling. We're going to have two different patterns for that, kind of up to the user's choice. Nothing too crazy with that. I mean, it's pretty standard throughout the industry. We've got a company that does it for us, Danger Close, that they've perfected the system. Again, we're not going to try and reinvent what they're doing well already. We also send out a compact magazine well for it with it, so that's going to be hand fitted along with the stippling job. So you're going to have a really nice, tight, you know, aesthetically pleasing and very functional frame system. But kind of the bread and butter for this is going to be this slide. Again, our machining processes are kind of what we make our business based on, tooling and that kind of stuff. So the engineering department went through and tried to bring the reciprocating mass of the slide as low as we can on it, just utilizing physics to try and stabilize the site and the recoil impulse as best we can. Through that, we've also incorporated some cock considerations on the front and enhanced the ones on the rear. When we've gone through and done that, some of the ones you've probably used, they're extremely sharp and aggressive. They feel really good when you're just testing it out at the show or gun shop or playing with it occasionally if you leave it in the safe all the time. When it comes time to actually carry these things on a daily basis or go through some intensive training, or some of the pistol classes out there are shooting 1,000 or 2,000 rounds in a day or two, those really sharp, aggressive serrations are either going to wear your skin out, wear your holster out, or wear your clothing out if you're carrying this thing on a daily basis. So we went through that, and they're smoothed out, but yet still aggressive, so you get a real positive grip on the weapon. So I think that's enhanced it quite a bit.
Yeah, and I would say the same for the stippling as well. A lot of times with the type of stippling that a lot of people like, that's super aggressive, it's great if all you're doing is shooting on the range, but it's going to tear your skin up, tear your shirt up, or it'll even catch on your shirt, and you'll start showing everyone your gun when you don't mean to. And I don't know if you guys can see the close-up, but they do kind of like the sprinkles pattern that I've shown you guys how to do. I know you guys love that. Apparently that's my most viewed video right now. It feels really good. They take the finger grooves off too for the guys who don't want that. Is there an option to leave the finger grooves on? Do you know?
Right now, these are the two options that we have.
Okay.
It is a possibility in the future. Right now, we're just trying to get caught up and fill our orders for these right now.
And to be honest with you, you know, for those who do like the finger grooves, who think that gives you extra support, because of the flared magwell, you can get those 3 fingers between the trigger guard and that magwell, and it's still going to give you a nice positive grip. You don't have to worry about it. Any sort of pressure coming up is not going to take it out of your hand. It's really secure, and the stippling feels great. And you got the reference points up front for those of you who like that. You got even a ramp a little bit for your support hand thumb to help kind of push down to keep that muzzle nice and flat while you're doing whatever speed shooting or even just regular shooting at that as well. So some pretty cool stuff, and these take standard Glock sights as well.
Correct.
Okay, so the aftermarket stuff is already there. You don't have to worry about waiting years and years and years for something that may or may not come out. The support's already there, which I think is excellent. So some cool stuff. And these are based off the Gen 3 style frames? Okay.
Both in the 17 and the 19.
Okay, so you have the smaller mag release than the Gen 4s, but the way they do the relief cut around it makes it really easy to get to, and you don't have to worry about losing the rail with some of the older gens. So a lot of good stuff here to like. Are these currently on the market right now?
We're anticipating being able to ship to dealers within the first quarter.
Okay, so if people wanted to find out more about your guys' product line, where can they go to look?
If you want to go online, you can just come to our website for American Defense Manufacturing. Otherwise, you can call our shop. We've got a lot of new products coming out, so don't expect to see everything new that you saw in this video today on our website. That takes a little while to catch up with our development. So if you saw something you like, give us a call, have your local dealer give us a call to try and get something ordered. And if you want to pre-order one of the 9s or the Glocks, get your pre-orders in now. Then the first ones that are coming out, rolling out and shipping, will be going to you.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, like I said, I've used a lot of ADM products so far. I have nothing but good things to say about it. You'll be seeing some more reviews of those here in the coming year. I highly recommend you guys check out the information. All the links will be below. They're doing some really cool stuff. Again, once you get your hands on these, I think you're going to fall in love. But thanks for talking to us.
Yes, thanks for your time.
And we'll see some more from SHOT Show 2017.
Yep. Is that a Glock?